When he knocked down the wall in his basement, he found a hidden room. It led to a maze of tunnels stretching hundreds of feet underground. He had accidentally discovered an ancient city built thousands of years ago. At 18 stories deep, it was big enough to house up to 20,000 people. Inside, archaeologists found schools, stables, and wine cellars. It also had ventilation shafts, secret doors, and even escape routes. That's because it was used as a refuge from war and invasions. And after remaining unknown for thousands of years, it's now a well-known tourist attraction. When you throw a cast net, small weights around the edge pull the net open in a circle. As it hits the water, the net sinks quickly because of the weights, and the fast descent traps fish underneath before they have time to swim away. A drawstring is then pulled, clinching the bottom closed like a pouch and sealing the fish inside. Finally, the net is retrieved and the fish are collected. When you get stitches, a doctor threads a needle through your wound and pulls it tight to close the skin. As the stitches hold the edges together, the wound becomes inflamed as new cells begin to repair the tissue. Afterwards, connective tissues and collagens start to create skin. Then, blood vessels form to nourish these developing tissues, filling in the area. And over a few weeks, the wound will have healed together and the stitches are removed. If you somehow removed all of the blood vessels in your body and tied them together, you might think it would be about this long. But the human body has thousands of these tiny vessels that weave in and out of every body part. And with all of them combined, if you started in New York, your blood vessels would make it all the way to the Grand Canyon. It would go on to reach all the way across the Pacific Ocean, over Japan, Asia, and all of Europe. And not only would it make it all the way back to your starting point, but it would be able to make this trip 2 to 4 times over. If you caught a prehistoric megalodon, it would take 2 school buses end to end to measure it. That's because they grew up to 82 feet long and weighed over 30 metric tons, with each tooth being bigger than a human hand. Compare that to a great white shark, which is about the size of an SUV. And even their biggest teeth are only about 3 inches. Just don't measure them while they're still in use.